All right, everyone, welcome back and bear down. And as always, thanks for tuning in. I appreciate every one of you. Today, I'm going to talk about Ian Wheeler because he is someone that I had potentially making the 53-man roster and, well, making the team first off because he's an undrafted free agent. But I'm telling you right now that Ian Wheeler is making the 53-man roster and he'll be taking the place of Travis Homer or Kerry Blasingame or both. He fits the Bears mold to a T. High character, super intelligent, with a strong mentality, work ethic, and most importantly has the skills and attributes to play at the NFL level. There's some kind of mistake with his shuttle and three-cone scores, and I'd love to hear or find the explanation for it, but this should be an incomplete grade. So take this Raz with a grain of salt. I know we love to see those 8.5 plus, 9 plus Raz scores, but watch this kid on tape and you'll know that he belongs in the NFL, and the Bears have absolutely found a gem. When we signed him, I assumed that he was just a kick return specialist because of his stats and numbers on PFF. While that's a strength of his and realistically where he could get his start with the Bears, don't overlook his abilities as a running back and receiving back out of the backfield. The more tape I watch on him, the more it's clear he was underutilized at Howard. Wheeler grew up primarily raised by his single mom. He ended up saying when asked who his childhood hero was, they were, kind of throwing out there Reggie Bush and different players because he grew up a Saints fan. He said his mom was his hero. And watching her get excited about the Saints on Sunday is what made him connect that him playing football could bring joy to his mom's life. And that's where his start to playing football came from. He was overlooked coming out of high school. He played in Texas, where it's very competitive for football. He had multiple lower-level college offers to play ball, but decided to walk on at Howard, where he was already accepted to go to school for his academics. Because he was told by multiple close sources to him that he would succeed at the Division I level, he decided to walk on there. Went and talked to them, and he got a priority walk-on right off the bat. So they liked what they saw in him. Watching tape, it's clear he understands concepts and how to read defenses, and he's lightning quick. If you can't see right here, he flat out was underutilized, and that's all it came down to. If he would have had more attempts, there's no way he would have gone under the radar. He went through multiple coaching changes and filled every role he was asked to, including why he ended up being a return specialist, where he ended up having 3 total kick returns in college. But one of the things is he ended up only rushing 172 times. So just like Roschon Johnson having less hits on him in college, less tread on the tires taken off of him, it's one of those perks when you find a diamond in the rough where that's going to benefit them when they make it to the NFL level. He ended up with only rushing 172 times for 1,100 plus yards, averaging 6.5 yards per attempt across his 4 years. He tallied up 14 rushing touchdowns over those attempts, and more noticeably, had over 1,300 kick return yards, 3 kick return touchdowns, and was a 3-time MEAC All-Conference selection. So this first is his rushing attempts. Now, I didn't put the 4th year down there, 2020. The shortened year, he only had 4 attempts. As a rookie walk-on, he didn't play much at all. So this is the majority, but look at his grades. Green and blue primarily. Now, his run blocking can improve a little bit, but his pass blocking was really good as well. He really played at a high level, and I understand it's a smaller school. It's Howard, and there's only so much you can take from that, but you saw the tape. I'm really impressed with this kid, and if nothing else, I think he's going to start his niche with returning abilities, and he's going to get a crack at some running back shots. Maybe when we're up a lot, when we've run up the score a little bit, he gets a little bit of time to come in. But I really think this is a diamond in the rough for the Bears. So here's his running back abilities. And then if we switch over to his kick returns, here's his kick returns as well. And you see the blue grade this last year. He really set himself apart this last year. But a touchdown each of the 3 years. And really, none of them were bad years. He's been consistent across the board. I've only seen one little piece of a video from him at minicamp so far. He was catching a pass from Caleb Williams right after the tight end, number 88 from UNLV, dropped that pass. He did a little juke move to avoid hitting him, so that was kind of cool. But overall, he's extremely humble, very intelligent, majoring in the medical field, and when interviewed about what NFL teams should know about him, He said they should know that I'm someone that's smart and will work hard every single day to get better at my craft. And if this doesn't sound like an Eberflus player, when asked what the best advice he'd ever received was, it was to control his controllables. So he's there. He's at Hallis Hall. He's working out with the rest of the team. He's controlling his own controllables. And I'll tell you what, I'm a fan. I've put him to number 2 on my list of UDFAs that will make the roster, right behind Jamree Kromah. I am a big fan of both of them. Probably Austin Reed right after that, then Keith Randolph. So, I mean, he's jumped up my list. I really, after watching tape on him, after watching his interviews, after watching everything about him, very intelligent, sharp, crisp, not a lot of tread on the tires there. I'm a big fan, so I think you guys will like him when you see more and more. Let's see what comes out of minicamp, because it's going to be fun to see what little highlights we get of him. All right, with that, thanks for tuning in, and until next time, as always, bear down.